so that you can know a little something about me. And also, I just wanted to do my makeup as I answer these questions to polish my skills. So with me, I have my kit over here, as you guys can see, and I also have a notebook here. So this is where I've written all the questions that you guys would like or prefer answered. Don't mind my handwriting. I had a minor incident today morning, so I'm a bit sketchy. So I don't know where to start. I don't know if I should start with the questions, or I should start with my makeup, but let me just get this open. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, leave a like, and share widely. So I also have my cup of tea. It's very cold in Nairobi, and I just can't with the flu. So I'll just put down the items I used to do my makeup, then get to your questions. So I have about 33 questions. Yes, that's a lot, but I'll try sum it up in short forms or anything close to that. So at first I'll start with my eyebrows as usual. So this is my spoolie, but it broke, so I'll have to use it the way it is. So the first question is, what's your age? So I was born in 1995, so technically I'm 26. I turned 26, I think last month, on the 28th of August. So I also saw a question which someone was asking, what's your sign? So my sign is a Leo. I am a lion. So it's a Leo, yes. So I don't have to go back to that question again. So when you're doing your eyebrows, I normally start from the lower part of the brows. My eyebrows don't look okay because I didn't trim them or do anything to them prior to this. It's been a while since I got them threaded, so they're a little bit bushy. So we can move on to question number 2. Let me just move my book here so that I can actually read them. When are you sending me 50 shillings? I'll send you the 50 shillings if you send it back to me. So when you have a date of when you'll send it back, then I'll send you the 50 shillings. Okay? Then, are you pregnant? I don't know why this question was asked, but I am not. Yes, I am not. And if I were, you guys would know. Okay? So, are you half caste? No, I'm not half caste. My dad is Luo, so is my mom. So I am pure Luo. Nyagem Akala. Yes, so I'm not half caste to answer that question. But I think the person who asked this mainly is because I understand a bit of Kikuyu. I don't know if it's since I used to school where they are or most my friends are, but I don't know. But I am pure Luo, okay? Or I am Kenyan. I am tribeless. That's the word, yes. Okay, then we move to the next question. Which high school did you attend? So I used to go to a school. Oh, I went to 2 high schools. First in Form 1, I was in a day school, which is just around Lavington Mixed Secondary School. And then I didn't, as in, I wanted the boarding experience because, you know, back home, you have to go to a boarding school and whatnot. So that's the experience I wanted. So after that, when I was in Form 2, I joined a boarding school, which was in Gatondo. It was called, what was the name? Gateto Girls Secondary School, but now I heard they changed the name to St. Clair, so that is where I schooled for the remaining 2 years. I hope we're together up to that point. So, after drawing my eyebrows, I will outline them. Excuse me. I'll just take my spoolie again with my beauty blender. So I normally outline with my foundation, because when I use the foundation, I don't like it when you use a concealer and then the concealer doesn't match your shade, or most people it's like that. So I don't know if they are the problem or the concealer is the problem. I have no idea, but I really don't like it. So I prefer using my foundation, because later on when I use my foundation on the skin, at least it will make sense. It will be the same shade, not a different shade, as compared to using a concealer then using your foundation. Okay, moving on to the next question. So, wow, how how you told your parents you are expectant? So, this is very tricky. But for me, I never told them I was. So what happened is, I went to where my mom's salon was. She used to work there. So when I decided to go help her, because at that time I think it was over long holidays, if I'm not wrong. So we had just closed school, so I was at home alone. And then I decided, why not pop up and go? At that time, I actually knew I was. So I said, why not go and help her out or just chill? Because I was bored at home. So when I decided to go help, she looked at me. Since I was standing close to her, she looked at me and said, uh, why is you see this part, I don't know what this is called, but she asked me, are you okay? Why is this part beating, like the pulse is beating more faster than a normal person? So only people who are expectant are the ones whose pulse, like this part over here, beat faster. And then I was like, no, it's not me. And then at that time now let me let the cat out of the bag. At that time we were supposed to resume school, I think, like the week two, the next week or the coming week. So what I wanted to do is, when I go to school, I wanted to disappear. I just go and then come back with a whole baby. At least at that time I knew it wouldn't be a lot of pressure or having to explain a lot of things and so on. And then again, my mom is like a typical Kenyan mother. So I was just planning to, I don't even know how that plan was going to work, honestly. But I think I was just crazy and eh, full of ideas, a dreamer. How was I even going to pull that off? And then again, at that time, when when I was schooling, they were supporting me. So I was wondering, if I run away, like let's say I go for a long while, how will I survive? And then I have a small kid over there. But anyway, moving on to the story. So uh, she asked me, I denied it. So she kept quiet. Then in the evening, she called me to her room, to her bedroom. No, I don't know if it was I think it was not late, around 6ish, between 6 to 7 p.m. So she called me, then called my, how do I call her? My my cousin's wife. Literally like my cousin. So she was called. After being called, my mother gave me the kit to go and test it. She actually told me, I'm going with you to the loo, you test it and then you bring it here. I just went, tested it, and then I placed it on top of, like, there was a circular thing, I don't know, there was something, I placed it on top to wait for the results, together with that was me, my mom, and my cousin's wife. So we were all waiting there. At that point I knew I knew it was about to go down, but necessarily I didn't know like it was about to happen. Like I was ambushed. So I just said, well and good. We sat there. I know the results were coming out and they would be positive, but now I denied until the last point. Ah, until the last point. And I guess at that time I was like, I think my belly was started to show. It was like I think 5 months, if I'm not wrong. So that is how they knew when the test results came back positive. Like you see, that strip you normally have. If it's 2 lines, it's positive. If it's 1 line, it's not positive. So that is how they knew. I didn't tell them. I just had to test it right there and then that was with my mom. So later on, she told my dad. It's a surprise. We have a baby. Okay, now we move on to the next question. Uh-huh. Did you finish campus? If no, why not? And are you planning to go back? That's a really nice question. For me, no, I didn't finish. The time I was expectant, I was in third year. I was actually starting my third year. So, with that, it was just a lot for me. So I stayed out for like I think a year or something. Then immediately after, like 5 months after delivery, I started working. Do I see myself going back to school? Yes. Do I see myself sitting in a class? I don't necessarily think so. But I feel like yes, I will. I don't know at what time, but yes, I will. And if I do, I'm not sure if it will be the same course or a different course, but we'll just have to stay and find out. You have to subscribe and find out, okay? Because we are going on a long journey. So yes, I will go back, but I don't know when. And then again, when you become a mom, you're just on your toes. You have to work, you have to do this. I remember there was actually a time within the first year I started working, I never had a social life. Yes, I never had a social life. It was just work, home. On Saturdays, I'd probably like wash or relax, and then the weekend is done, and then I have to go back to work on Monday. So it was just a lot. It was hectic. But right now, I can say at least things are moving great. Yes. And then, if you could change one thing, what would it be? I don't think I could change anything because I think experiences are there for a reason. Things that happen are there for a reason. So I wouldn't change anything. Okay. Then, uh-huh. Are you? Oh, who would be your ideal partner? I think for me, my ideal partner would be someone who's caring, kind. You have to be kind. At all costs, you have to be kind. So someone who's caring, loving, kind, like those normal qualities we look for in a partner. Okay. Then, uh-huh. If you could live somewhere, where would it be? I think I'd live somewhere like where close to a beach. I don't know why. By the way, I've never been to a beach like physically. I've never seen like the ocean or whatnot, all those things. But if I would live somewhere, that is where I would love to live. Are we together? Yes. So, what's your opinion on reality TV shows? I love them. I love them. I think reality TV shows keep us busy and they're very entertaining. So, I really love them. If I could, I would be in one, but